Here.
Okay, I just picked this up, yesterday?
What is it?
Well, this is the police report from Alexandria Police Department.
Wednesday. Yeah, I picked it up Wednesday, okay.
Wednesday, the 23rd of November.
Okay.
Today's the 24th of November.
And what's the matter with it that you're complaining about?
Well, they had all these staples, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 staples across the top. 2 of them are through the CD.
Okay, so you're pulling the staples out of the CD right now.
Yeah. That one just had 1 prong through it. This has got 2 prongs through it. So they must not have cared if their CD they gave me was damaged.
They didn't want you to lose it, obviously, or play it.
Went through the very edge. You can see the holes in it. There. It just reflects. Well, you can see 1 hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a hole there.
1, 2, 3 holes.
Always an adventure when you're dealing with these people. Let's see the hole from this side. Right up the top there.
Take a picture of this.
Right there. There's the hole.
Well.
So what's your question?
Well, I do believe it's pretty specific right there. I mean, then also she had staple holes through the CD. I mean, is that a passive aggressive?
Staple holes through the CD?
Yes, through her data CD that she received from your office here.
No, that's not typical how we do business. We don't try to sabotage what we're trying to provide people.
Okay.
So if there was a problem with that and you can't read it or can't view it on the computer, then we'll make sure we get...
I guess that wasn't the question. The question is that passive-aggressive behavior, or is it a death threat against her? So, you know, you don't want her to get information?
Terry, I'll get you another data request from our forms if you choose to fill that out.
November 26, 2012. You can stand a little closer. Hey, look, and it's a tobacco-free building on top of everything, and in Braille. And in Braille. Yep. Hi. Yep, no problem. Is Chief Weifels around?
Oh, let's have a seat and I'll see you, okay?
Thank you.
What's your first name?
My name is Terry Nemmers.
How do you spell the last name?
Nemmers.
Okay, I'll see if he's in. Hold on.
Thank you. There goes the cop right there. Zoom, zoom. They're all zooming around. Okay, I'm going to read my thing here. Alexandria Police Department, attention, Chief Richard Weifels, hand-delivered 11/26/12, witness Kathleen Barbara Tangen, R.E., data on Kathleen Barbara Tangen's complaint request. Number 1, even though Kathleen Barbara Tangen filed a complaint a criminal complaint with Sergeant Daly on 10/26/12 and a data request on 11/19/12, why was the complaint only transferred to the Pope County attorney on 11/21/12? Burmer Bank gets special consideration with the Alexandria Police Department, APD, don't they? 2. Should Kathy Tangen consider the staple holes through her data CD typical passive-aggressive behavior from the APD or a death threat? You are aware that Kathy Tangen was subjected to a malicious traffic stop by a Pope County deputy later in the day after she submitted her data request, aren't you? And it says on the bottom, Douglas County Attorney Chad the Felon Larson. I'm a known felon, aren't I? Corrupt officials are harboring me, aren't they? Okay, and above you can see a picture of the CD in which the staple hole was put through. That's the data CD given to Kathy Tangen. And here's a copy of the fax that says that the complaint was only sent on the 21st. And there's my camera person. She's filming me, filming her, and I'm filming her, filming me.
You have anything else to say?
Not that I know of. Do you? So what'd you think of when you got the CD, when you received a CD with a staple in it?
Well, at first I thought it'd probably be no good.
Right. And then what did you use to remove the staple?
I had to use a plier.
Pliers.
To get the staples out of the CD.
Right. Okay. So do you think that's appropriate for them to put staples through a CD?
No, not since I paid $10.25 for it.
Right. And as far as I'm concerned, it's... Is Captain Kent around? Okay. Got some maintenance on the bathroom there. Okay, thank you. So, Chief Weifels is not going to be around till 1:30, but Captain Kent just happens to be around, so we'll talk to him. And if you've seen my previous videos, you've seen my encounter with Captain Kent. He doesn't necessarily like me. I told him to do his job, and he didn't like that. That was another one of those complaints that went nowhere, went into the memory hole of nothingness.
Circular file?
Yeah, circular file. That's what, remember when we were at the county attorney's office and was asking about my complaint about Chris Carpin? Mm-hmm. That's what it was about. That one, that's the one that disappeared. Little motorcycle up on top up there. Don't have the TV on today. Why is that? How are we supposed to be informed about the latest propaganda from the Alexandria Police Department?
So what do you call that when they don't do something they say they're going to do till you ask them if they've done it?
Probably misconduct is what I'd call it. Because it's their job to process it, not to not process it. See, and that's why all of a sudden it got shipped out on the 21st, to prove that they actually did something. Get a key card there for the janitor.
You think I should have a little bit of a refund on my Foley CD?
Well, we got to figure out what the whole intent of the hole in there was. Is it just to harass you, or is it a threat to make you quit asking for public information? That's the detail. That's what we're here to find
Well,
out.
I'm trying to find out also the ledger of how they came up with $10.25, because it seems like their charges are all over the table.
Yeah, they just kind of make them up. Because I'm sure the DVD doesn't cost them more than 3 cents to start with, so. And like I said, I received a DVD from or a CD from the State Patrol. It was $10.50 or something like that. Came up to like $16 after I paid shipping and for a few copies. And then the Duluth Police Department, there was only $16 some total just for the DVD and shipping.
And Darnell Whittemore is now saying a DVD is $25 and there's no shipping because I'm going to go pick it up myself.
Right. And didn't you say that she said it was $5 before?
She told me that she pays $5 when she gets them.
Okay.
Or she said it should run around $5.
Okay. So then all of a sudden it's
25
it's
times.
5 times the price now, just because you asked for something that's incriminating, right? Oh, hilarious. Yeah. Yep. He must be prepping for this video here,
Yeah.
because he said he's going to be right out, and it's been quite a while already since we've been waiting here now. So. They hate to be investigated themselves. They love to investigate you, but they hate to be investigated themselves. Yeah, and then I put in a request for information for Kyle Thompson, too. And which should be about 1 CD's worth and a few pieces of paper, and they're going to charge me $60 some for that at the Glenwood Police Department. So we'll have to find out how.
Maybe it's a stack.
I'm sure it is a stack, but see, I already have an idea how much paper it's going to be already. So
Yeah, and that's what Neil Nelson told Neil Tangen, is that this DT report's going to be so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and also to get copies, all of a sudden he knows all about my DHS file, and it's going to cost so much to get copies of that.
Neil Nelson does, right?
Yeah, Neil Nelson informed Neil Tangen that it's going to cost so much to get copies of my DHS. How does he know? How does he know how thick my file is unless he's already been looking at it and studying it?
Exactly. See, they already have intelligence on you. See, so they hate it when you're gathering intelligence on them, because there's been recorded phone conversations with all sorts of elected officials or county officials, and they made some incriminating statements, didn't they?
Yeah.
Shame on them.
Applause to them. You mean?
For confessing over the phone.
Yep.
Pretty soon didn't you just get a fax just recently?
Yeah.
And what'd the fax say?
That they're so confused
And
because they don't understand what all these emails and phone calls and faxes with all these things going on. They can't decipher them all. They can't differentiate any of them. And so now we have to only do it by written communication only.
they don't want you coming in person because it's too confusing when you talk to them.
Yeah.
Or the fact is that when you record it, you get their exact words and you
Yeah.
can hold everything against them.
Yeah, they're held accountable when they're recorded.
Right. And of
So
course,
they don't want to be held accountable anymore.
right. And of course, anytime you're in the county buildings, they're recording you.
Yeah.
Or state buildings, whatever, so. Because I'm sure there's a camera on us now somehow too, so.
Right there. Way up.
Oh yeah, there it is, right above the thing we're focused in on.
Okay, I only got like 12 minutes left here.
Oh, that's right.
I think I'm going to shut it off for a while.
Okay.
Save my last few minutes
Okay, now you can turn it back on.
here. That was a waste.
Usually is.
Terry, what can I do for you?
Well, I've got a information request here for you.
Sure.
Alrighty, this is what it is. I'll read it to you. Even though Kathleen Barbara Tangen, who's the lady standing next to me, filed a criminal complaint with Sergeant Daly on 10/26/12 and a data request on 11/19/12, why was the complaint only transferred to the Pope County Attorney on 11/21/12? And I have a copy of the facts right up here for you. Bremer Bank gets special consideration with the Alex Police Department, APD, don't they? Should Kathy Tangen consider the staple holes through her data CD typical passive-aggressive behavior from the APD or a death threat? You are aware that Kathy Tangen was subjected to a malicious traffic stop by a Pope County deputy later in the day after she submitted her data request, aren't you? And then I've signed it, and there you go.
I'm not sure I understand what your data request is.
Well, just trying to find out, what your policy and procedure is on, how you process complaints, that type of thing. Because, like I said, Kathy was here, and the only way it was processed is she came back and submitted a data request asking for the components of the process complaint, which, of course,
She was provided with what she requested.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't given the signed document from Neil Nelson saying that, it wasn't going to prosecute, because he didn't know anything about it till after you received the data request.
So what's your question?
Well, I do believe it's pretty specific right there. I mean, then also she had staple holes through the CD. I mean, is that a passive-aggressive?
Staple holes through the CD?
Yes, through her data CD that she received from your office here.
No, that's not typical how we do business. We don't try to sabotage what we're trying to provide people.
Okay.
So if there was a problem with that, and you can't read it or can't view it
Well,
on the
just
computer, then we'll make sure we get.
I guess that wasn't the question. The question is that passive-aggressive behavior, or is it a death threat against her? So, you don't want her to
Terry, I'll
get
get
information?
you another data request from our forms if you choose to fill that out.
Sure, I got no problem with that. You can keep that one too.
If this is something you want to fill out another data request, certainly.
Yeah, I'll just add that on to, just like we did with Kathy's, I'll just say reference letter I handed you, so.
Is there any way to know, though, why I came in here on October 26th? And he said Daly was going to send it down right away to Polk County, and they didn't actually send it down until I came in here and asked for the data.
I
So
don't
they
have an
never-
answer for that. I wasn't involved in the process, so to answer your question, I don't have. I can't answer that.
It's almost a month later.
But that's your job. You're his supervisor, aren't you? I mean, you're the captain, right?
I don't have an answer for you right now.
Okay, so you will provide us an answer, though.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know if I have a reasonable explanation.
Okay, well, I'm
as
sure
to
you.
why and when things got sent and when they didn't get sent.
Okay, well, obviously it wouldn't be reasonable because the actions weren't reasonable.
It's right behind that big farmer's
Sure.
bank building.
Whatever you say, Terry.
Yep, exactly.
4 levels of.
Did you want another data request?
I
don't
do believe
know
I
that-
said so.
I don't know that there's anything on here that you're requesting.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, I do believe I just explained what the what my request deals with. The policy of your police force and processing complaints.
Well, to be honest with you, I was almost getting a little bit upset at Neil Nelson because he didn't respond to my complaint, and then come to find out he never even had it.
Does he have it now?
He does have it now, after a month later. But after a month, usually when criminal charges get placed, it's like the day of or the day after people are actually charged. It's usually not a month later. So I assumed after a month that Neil Nelson probably had it, and I was assuming that he just wasn't doing anything about it, wasn't getting back to me, but he never even had it. So, I mean, he couldn't do anything if he didn't have it.
I don't know enough about the case, but I do know just a little bit. Weren't you advised that it wasn't an Alexandria issue?
Well, that's also questionable because a criminal attorney said that it can be jurisdiction in Douglas County also. So that's an argument. It can be in Polk County, it could be in Douglas County.
Okay.
okay. No, I bought it from him.
He wasn't too happy. They never know anything.
Well, yeah, when they're charging criminal charges against us,
They know exactly how to do it.
and they do it fast.
Exactly. It's
It's
zip,
not a
zip,
month
zip.
later.
It's not a month later. It's that same day or the next day. You got your charges, you're served with them, because they're just rubber stamped. See? He didn't want a rubber stamp.
He didn't
want
want
it
to
to
prosecute
exist.
Bremer Bank or Bacchus appraisals or Lakes area appraisals.
Roars, yeah. See? He must be in, maybe these guys are in their back pocket or something like that. Maybe that's why the captain was so upset and couldn't answer any of our questions. See, they just figured you just accept it and go away. It didn't work out that way.
And he knew all about it because he brushed up on it before he came out here.
Of course he did. They know exactly what's going on with this thing.
It's kind of scary, but when their continual responses is they don't know what's going on.
Right.
I mean, if that's true, then that's really scary.
Well, that, of course, that's a blatant lie. They know exactly what's going on. They're just trying to tell you they don't know what's going on.
Okay.
You have a pen, Terry?
Yes, I do, right here.
If you want to fill that out, you can put that with that. If you want to
Sure.
wait, come back. If you want to let Mary know when you're done, I'll come back out.
Okay, sounds great.
So do I get any answers or do mine have to be written out?
What are your question? What's your question, Kathy?
I asked why I came in here to file a complaint, and a month later, it never even went to where they said it was going.
And I answered your question.
You didn't know?
I don't have an answer
Well, that's
for
why
you
I'm
right now.
asking,
How can I continue
How
to
ca-
say I'm not aware? I don't know.
so when can I know that?
Like I said, I don't know if I will be able to provide you an exact answer of why it took a month or why it went down the day you came in.
So
I'll do the best
what
I
I
can.
feel like is it never would have went down unless I came in and asked for this stuff. They never would have sent it down there. Right?
I don't know that. I don't know where it was at in the process. To answer your question on things get filed and people get charged out the day of or the next day, that's when they're arrested and brought to jail. There's several cases that take months and months to be sent over, finished investigations or decisions made by prosecutors. There's various reasons why things don't get processed
So
immediately.
sometimes it can be a day, sometimes it could be a lot longer then?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's an answer.
To specifically answer on your case, I don't have an answer right now to give you. I can answer it generically. Sometimes
So-
things move really fast. If there's an arrest, absolutely things get moved because they have to have charges in front of the judge so the judge can see them for the initial appearance. This wasn't,
But if they felt like it really belonged in Douglas County, they wouldn't be investigating it here. They should send it down there to get them started investigating it. So, I mean,
we could talk about semantics all day long as far as when and why. It's there now, and county attorney in Hope County can review it and refer it back to us or take it on himself.
Okay, here you go. I'd like to have a copy of that too, please.
You want that now, or do you want that when you come back?
What do you need?
Do you want a copy of this now, or do
I'd
you
like
want
to have
a
a copy
copy
of
of
that.
this one?
A copy of this right now, and then I'll just come back and give
is there
it.
a way that I can find out how they come up with the charges for the CD, the data? Sometimes it's $5, sometimes it's 10, sometimes it's 25. Do they have a ledger that says how much my data costed item by item type thing?
Fee schedule. Is there a standard fee schedule the state puts out, or you just come out with it yourself?
Standard fee schedule is $10 for a DVD.
That's standard.
I mean, how did you come up with that? Did you just decide $10 was fine, or because some places it's different or whatever?
Is there a standard state fee?
Yeah, yeah.
It's dependable by agency to agency.
Right. So you just came up with it yourself. That's what we're just asking. It's a simple yes or no question.
Did I come up with it myself?
I'm not saying you did.
We're going based on, I don't know where it is or why it's there. That's what our fee schedule is.
Okay, so someone in your organization came up with a number somehow. Okay. All right. Simple question. Here, I'm under the spotlight. I'm under surveillance. Simple question. Here, I'm under the spotlight. I'm under surveillance. See, we were in, this is interview A here. Appears this one's in use. It's a little red light on.
It's not lit up though.
And that one's interview B. Hi. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Yep, we're in interview. You were in interview room B. That's exactly correct. Here, you want to stand by the picture of Weifel so you can get a picture with him? There you go. There, now you're with both pictures. See you later. You don't. We see nothing, we hear nothing, we know nothing. Sounds like standard cop procedure.
Maybe the cold has gotten to him.
I think something else has gotten to him. The hard, cold facts.
So what's your question?
Well, I do believe it's pretty specific right there. I mean, then also she had staple holes through the CD. I mean, is that a passive aggressive?
Staple holes through the CD?
Yes, through her data CD that she received from your office here.
No, that's not typical how we do business. We don't try to sabotage what we're trying to provide people.
Okay.
So if there was a problem with that, and you can't read it or can't view
Well,
it on the
just
computer, then we'll make sure we get.
I guess that wasn't the question. The question is that passive-aggressive behavior, or is it a death threat against her? So, you know, you don't want her to
Terry, I'll
get
get you
information?
another data request from our forms if you choose to fill that out.